have some colors to pop out of this to just kind of like make like a fun, chunky, vibrant necklace, thinking of the spring or the summer coming up and just some fun colors. And so I went through the artbeads.com website and I found some great glass, and I just thought it'd be so fun to mix some like greens and oranges together and try to make something fun, like a big necklace, getting ready for better weather and some warm temps and stuff like that. So just go over some housekeeping. I can see your comments on the bottom of the screen here. And also we ask that you check out with all of your purchases before the end of my class today. And also if you're on, thank you, I really appreciate it. Hi, Mary. If I see you on Facebook or YouTube, I'll try to catch your comments separately after today's live. And sorry, if you're on Facebook, we have a group with Art Beads called Serious Beaders, and we love our friends to join the group and post any jewelry that they've made from beads from artbeads.com and just share your creations of jewelry with all of us. So I'm going to flip my camera around here in a minute so we can get going on the fun necklace. I have no idea what I'm going to make. I guess I just saw this pendant and got some beads and thought, I want to make a big necklace. It's just great for, you know, big colorful statement. So we'll have fun figuring out how to put it together. And I did kind of come up with a little bit more this morning. Hi, Donna. I was like, we can add some big chain and add some links, and I just thought it'd be fun to make a big necklace. So I'm gonna flip my camera and we're gonna have fun creating. And I hope you guys are what happened? I just lost all my connection. What happened? I just lost all my connection. Okay, I think we're good. All right, sorry about that. For some reason, my whole phone just like disappeared. Can you guys hear me okay? Can you guys hear me? Just let me know. Yes, you can hear me. I can see comments. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so I will be working with a couple different types of check glass. Okay, good. Thank you. And I try to pick out colors that were in the pendants. So I have some variety of orange. I thought would be really fun, as well as this bright orange. And then I also wanted to incorporate some larger chunky check glass. So I have this in like a variety of greens and a dark blue, and they match the pendant really well, I thought. So I wanted to do just like some layers of glass and then connect them to some hammered rings from TerraCast. Michelle, we got to add this to the list. I just pulled this out of my stash, sorry. But these are on the artbeads.com website. So I think all these colors together are so pretty. So I wanted to have the big chain along the neckline, connecting all of the beads together. So let's get started. So for a large pendant, what you can do is you can add a larger jump ring, or you can wire wrap a loop. I'm going to wire wrap a loop on the top and just demonstrate how I connect a larger pendant, because these are thicker. Sometimes you can't really get a jump ring around here very well, so you would maybe want to add a bail, you know, and just kind of snap around the top. But I'm going to show you guys how to wire wrap instead. Because I was just looking at this. This is too thick for a jump ring, so you will want to have a bail. So I'm going to use 22 gauge artistic wire brand wire in the bronze. I'm wanting to do kind of like a brass metal color with these. So it's kind of a neutral tone. You could use silver as well, but because there's a lot of browns in the pendants, I wanted to do kind of like an antique bronze or a brass color wire. So anytime I wire wrap the top loop of a pendant, you just need a few inches of wire. And hello, Dominique. And so you just want to go like through here, and you can decide based on how large your hole is, how many times you want to wire wrap through your center drill hole. So you can bring your wire through a few times if you want to make it thicker. Hi, Lori. Thank you. I'm a little better, but it's just kind of hanging on forever. Mostly I'm just scratchy voice right now. So I'm going to go through with my wire twice, because this is a larger hole here on the pendant, and then just bring my wire through and pull it tight. So I have wire going on each side. Now you'll have some gaps a little bit around the pendant. That's fine. And I'm going to, thank you so much, Michelle. I appreciate it. I'm just going to form a loop with my round nose pliers here and bring it around the back like so. I'm just going to take the other side of the wire and just go around. So that way you just have like a cute little loop at the top of your pendant. And then you can either add a jump ring through that or your beading wire. So I'm going to do beading wire. Just want to bring this in, pinch it down, and then I'm going to go and cut off the excess wire off the back. Like so. Thank you, Teresa. I'm hoping by this time next week, I will be back to normal. This is just hanging on. Okay, so here now you have a loop wire wrapped at the top of your pendant. And if you want, you can add a ring. You can also turn this, but I want it to go this direction. That way I can bring my wire through like so, and it will hang off of the center wire. So you can decide if you want to have your pendant by itself on chain, or if you want to bead around it. I want to bead around it. So I'm going to have this be the longer portion of the necklace. So you'll want to cut more beading wire so it hangs lower on the chest line. And then I will have the other beads with the other multiple strands going up at a shorter length above the top. Oh, I'm sorry, Paulette. I hope that you feel better soon. It hangs on for a while. So because this is a larger pendant, I'm going to start with larger beads as a focal first, and then build my way up with less in size. Sorry, I hope you guys don't mind if I cough. Sorry. So for this one, I'm really thinking that I want to start with green. It's the largest bead that I found as well. So I'm going to go from, larger up to smaller this way. So that way it gauges as it goes up. Or what you could do is you could blend different colors together, like have the greens layered like this and break them up as well. I'm kind of stuck on the idea. Honestly, I'm not quite sure what I want to do. See, now in the pendant, you have the light green and the dark green together. So one thing I was thinking was to separate these out and have the lighter green go in between. Actually, I really like that idea. All right. So this is what's fun about designing on the fly, is you can figure it out kind of as you go. And this necklace won't be heavy. The individual bead strands are lightweight, so you don't have to worry about having these be too heavy as a statement necklace. If you have any spacer beads, it's fun to split these up with some spacer beads, you know, if you have any metal ones, or you can use the 11 seed beads. I'm using some Toho ones from artbeads.com that are like a bronzish color. And I just think that this is such a beautiful pendant. So these are a little small for big beads, but if you just want to add a little splash of color in there, seed beads can be fun. And then I'm going to separate these out. Seed beads like this. And the fun thing about a bead mat is you can just mix up your beads and make a mess. It's fine. I like to have a little bit of a mess. It helps me figure out where I'm going in the design process. So I think for this one, I'm just going to mix the dark green and the light green together like this. And this will be a good starting point. So again, this is going to be like a really big chunky necklace. And I just thought it'd be a fun statement piece, especially if you want some color. Now, okay, that will work. I was going to say if the seed beads are too small, you can use larger seed beads or use an actual spacer bead. Whatever you have in your stash. And I hope everyone's having a good Tuesday so far. Oh, yeah, and I understand, Paulette. I've been kind of trying to avoid people a little bit too. That way I don't get anybody feeling ill because nobody wants this flu. It sucks. Okay. All right, this is fun. This is kind of what I'm thinking so far for the first strand. Now, if you don't like the lighter green glass, you can just use the darker green glass. But I'm trying to get it to match the pendant. So I want to do the light green and the dark green together because that's how the pendant has them blended. So I think it's so pretty too. I love the colors in this pendant. And I like flowers. So I thought it'd be great if you're looking for something to kind of spruce up your wardrobe in different colors, as well as something warm for the spring, because it will get here eventually. Oh, thank you, Teresa. I appreciate it. Yeah, I was going to say you could also just do like a row of dark green and then a row of light green above it, depending on what you're looking for. But I like this so far. So, you know, I forgot to put, shoot, I gotta take this one off. Anytime I'm doing a pendant, my bad, I like to have extra beads around it. So I need to start that one over again. I like to kind of sandwich in the top wire work with some seed beads or a spacer bead. So that way it's not laying up right next to a bead. There we go, that's better. Okay. So I'm going to do like a handful of seed beads and then add the glass. Oh my gosh, that sounds so good. Chicken soup. I've been doing hot and sour soup, chicken soup, any kind of soup you can think of. Okay. All right. That's much better. All right. So I have a few beads in between the wire wrap loop here on the top of the necklace. That way it's not quite sandwiched in so tightly. And it has a little bit of room to move as well. Oh, I love that idea. Yes, it's definitely kind of like a forest. The pendant looks like a palm leaf mixed in with like there's another leaf. So I really like this because there's lots of different leaves in there. And yeah, you know, Paula, I agree with you. So with green, sometimes it just takes the right design or the right color of green to make a design flourish. It just depends on how you incorporate everything. So because the outside, you know, this is the first layer of the necklace, you'll want to have more beads on it. So it will hang a little bit lower off of the rings. So it just depends on how long you want your necklace to be when it's laying on you. Will probably determine how many beads you want based on how long you want it. And thanks for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I think that's a great idea too. You can always add orange at the bottom for sure. You don't have to do anything solid. All right. Oh, I love their pendants. There's a really pretty blue one. I might know which one you're talking about. So I'm thinking this, I'm going to hold this on myself really quick, see how long it is. Okay, almost. All right, I'm going to add a few more, and then I'm going to count this down to let you know how many I have for probably a 24-inch necklace. That's my thinking. And also, if you guys missed my live on Friday, I have a really pretty blue necklace I posted photos for with the new prestige crystals in sapphire. I think that necklace came out so pretty. So if you missed my class on Friday, you can just look it up on artbeats.com. And I also have the finished photo of it online, so you can check it out. But that was a really pretty necklace. Oh, I'm so glad you thought so, Michelle. I thought it came out so beautiful. I just really had like a really nice inspiration behind it. Let me see. Okay, I think this is good. All right, so for where I'm going with this design, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 8 green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 8 of the larger green on each side, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 of the lighter green. So I'm just gonna leave this like this for right now. And then as we wrap up, I'll like show you, I'm gonna attach it to the ring here, and then we'll add chain on the top. But for right now, kind of get this out of the way. I'm just gonna build it so you can kind of see where we're going and get the extra green out. Now, if you wanted to, you could do a second layer with just the light green, so you have one more strand, or you could just start incorporating the other colors. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, so I'm going to bump the green off to the side for right now. I do have 2 strands, so I was like, you could do this, right? Have like a lighter green up next to the other green if you wanted to have more green involved. I think I'm going to go with the blue next. And this pendant has different colors of blue. Oh, hello, Mary Jane. That's awesome. You're from Oregon. So you could do like a light blue and a dark blue. I was trying to find a couple different blues to incorporate with this because it has a really pretty kind of like gray blue color in like the light to the dark. But I was only really able to find one in a larger glass. But if you wanted to like mix in a light blue, that's also a good idea. So for this next strand, I'm just going to do the blue glass and separate it out with the seed beads. And then have this be the next layer. And this is a really pretty blue glass. I like it. It's kind of like a Montana blue, I think. It's a really pretty, like sort of a gray sapphire maybe. I'm not sure what you'd call it, but I think it's a really pretty shade of blue. And I'm going to use this same color of seed beads. That way each layer is kind of brought together. Yeah, you could definitely mix the orange and the blue together. I find myself, I just kind of want to do more of a solid row and have it layered like that. I think it'd be pretty if you found a light blue glass, but I need to dig around and find one. So I kind of want it to go like this. And I also really like the glass. It's a really pretty faceted glass. And denim, oh, that's a good one. Denim would definitely be a good word to describe this color of blue, like a dark denim. That's a great idea. And the glass has really pretty faucets on it. So it has a little bit of a sparkle, but it's not overpowering. So if you're wearing this, you'll have just a little bit of a kind of like bling look, but it won't be too much. Because you don't want it to like overpower the pendant either. And you want to incorporate the colors of the pendant in the glass. So I tried to be thoughtful of colors as well as how it looks laying by each other. And again, thanks for hanging out with me, you guys. Happy Tuesday. Hope you're having a good week so far. My week's going okay. It'll be better, I think, when I feel better. Okay. That's actually not bad. I think that's pretty. All right, so I'm going to use up all of the glass on this one. So that way they are close to the same length where they fall. And then we will do another row and then see how it comes out. So there's that one. But I think this pendant's really pretty. I love the colors in it. They're kind of like a subdued color with like a matted green and the blue and everything. But I also feel like it's really vibrant and it's really pretty. So it looks like I'm gonna have one extra blue. I'm going to put that on there, and then I might have to knock off some green so that way it's even. Okay, so I got to bring this up, see where it's going to come. When you're doing layered necklaces, you want to make sure they lay close together with a small gap in between, but not too large. You don't want to have your necklace look like this, for example. You want them to lay fairly close to each other for a bib necklace or a layered look where they complement each other and lay near each other, but they're not too much of a gap. So I have to take this one off, I think, because I want to make sure that these lay balanced. Okay, I think that's going to work. All right, so I wasn't really able to find a red glass. I really wanted to do a red mix in here too. So I have the different colors of oranges that's going to pull in. However, this has kind of like a coral red. So I was thinking if you had any actual coral or a coral glass, you could definitely mix coral in with this. That would look really pretty. I don't happen to have any, but the potential's there if you have coral in your stash of beads to use. Okay. And there was a lot of orange in it, so I thought it'd be fun to bring orange into it. Okay. Or the other thing I was thinking too is there's yellow. It's kind of a bright yellow, like butter yellow. And I was thinking citron, if you had any citron colored beads or stone or glass to incorporate with this, it'd be really pretty to add a splash of yellow. Let me see if I have any. You know what? Actually, we do have this yellow. Okay, so Art Beads does have a yellow rondelle. It's not a butter yellow, but it would be pretty if you wanted to mix a different color yellow in there, possibly. That might be an idea. Oh my God, this is really cool. Maybe it's not. No, it's not quite the right color. Almost. Well, I'm digging through my stash of Art Beads glass. That one kind of works. So just to give you guys an idea, if you wanted to add some red or a coral color and then do orange, it's kind of what you're looking at. And Art Beads does have some different colors of Czech glass that you could put in there. That would work. Let me see this one. It's kind of pretty. Oh, thanks for making it in, Mary. It's okay if you're late. We're just still designing the necklace and having a good time hanging out while I'm trying not to die as I talk. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and incorporate the orange next. And I do think it would be fun to mix this orange with this orange. Now, I did see putting this together that this is sold out off the website. I'm sorry. I didn't know it was going to be sold out. So if you have a different orange fire polish that you can find on the website to mix them with these ones, they do have other fire polish available that would work as well. And I was just thinking I would mix the different types of orange together so they have a slightly different color as well as shape. So you can have a little bit of fun with this last strand and mix up a little bit. So again, I'm just using a fire polish and then I'm mixing it in with a Czech glass. So you have a slightly smaller size of glass here and it also adds a big pop of color without being too much, I think. It's just a nice subtle way to add color. I think carnelian would be a great idea for sure. If you had any carnelian stone, that would be fun. Art Beads also has a variety of orange stone as well that you could pick from, or other orange glass if you wanted to have a different shade of orange. Like a muted orange or more of an orangey red. And since I'm mixing in fire polish with the Czech glass, I'm going to use like 2 pieces of fire polish and then the Czech glass. That way I kind of have a pattern. So like 2 fire polish and then 1 Czech glass. Like so. And you can kind of see it coming together like that. I think that's really pretty so far. Yeah, the focal is gorgeous. I love it. It's a very beautiful pendant. And, you know, if you didn't like to do the different colors, you could also just do 1 primary color. Or you could layer lots of different colors. One of those off. Whoop. There we go. And the nice thing about Czech glass and seed beads, if you have too many seed beads, you can just break it and you don't have to restring it. It's a shortcut. And these are really pretty fire polished too. I saw it sold out and I was kind of sad. It's a really beautiful color. But there are other colors that you can mix in for fire polish. Since it's sold out, they have lots of other colors. And then too, I was thinking it would be fun to add more of a red tone if you wanted to incorporate some of the red. Again, it's like a really pretty coral red. Okay. So I want this strand to be just shy of the length of the one in front of it, the blue one. And have it kind of look like that. See, I actually really like it. That's pretty. You know, if I could though, I would add some yellow, I think, in here. In between the orange. I think I'm going to dig around for a yellow bead if you guys don't mind, because I really like the idea of adding yellow in this. Especially if the spring. Yellow is a good summery spring color. You know, sunshine. I think that would be a nice idea. Yeah, I'm going to end this strand with the larger orange bead and then have the fire polish in between each one. So that way you have more of an anchor bead at the end, if it works out that way anyways. We'll see here in a minute. Okay, no, I have a few more to go. So I will, oh, this one. Oh, thank you. So I will also type out all the instructions for this and post it on the Facebook group. That way, if you want to copy the pattern, I'll have it posted with directions. There we go. All right. So I'm just going to add a few more on here, and then this strand will be done. I'm going to look around for some yellow. And again, thanks for hanging out with me while we make a necklace and we string together. Okay, so I'm going to get these kind of out of the way here and make some room here. So we have 3, and this. All right, I'm just going to add a few more and then this one is finished. And the nice thing about this project too is, you know, it's really colorful. I think it'll go with lots of different types of outfits, so you can get your use out of it, especially if you have, you know, like if you like green or dark blues, it'll go. Okay, I think. All right, this strand is finished. All right. Okay, so we have 3 strands so far. I'm going to dig around and look for something with yellow in it, because I really want to add yellow in between the blue and the orange, I think. How's my cat doing? She's doing good. She's being quiet now. She was meowing earlier. The minute I go live, she starts laying in the background meowing like it's the end of the world. Oh, that's funny. And I don't know why she does it. I'm like, there's no reason to meow right now. You are fine. But she wants to tell everybody hi. So I'm just going to pull out. Oh, yeah, it looks really good. Some yellow glass here. I'm going to see how it looks like with citron too. So, all right. So I think... Okay, so citron itself might be a little too dark to use compared to the yellow in the pendant. It's more of a yellow, like butter yellow, so it might not work. However, if you have like a jade, ooh, that'll work. If you have like a yellowish jade or an agate, yeah, I think that would actually look really good. And then also Art Beads does have the yellow glass. So if you wanted to use the yellow rondelle to go with the pendant, it's a very similar yellow color as well. So you might be able to pull that off. I think it just depends on your preference. So if you wanted to use the yellow glass, Mookaite, I just really like, let me find out. Actually, it's a good idea. I think I have Mookaite. Well, I do not have any mookaite, but that's a good suggestion for a yellow. I just don't have any to lay down to actually go through it. This works perfect. This color of yellow matches the pendant perfect. I do not know what it is. I just have it in my stash. It's kind of like a light creamy yellow, like a cream color. Oh, but that works perfect. It's just on the smaller side, but the color's there. So kind of gives you some different options. If you wanted to use like a yellow glass, that would work. Or if you have like a jade or something, I think that would go really well too. I also like that color. I just don't know if I have enough, but I kind of like the brighter yellow too. All right, I think I'm going to see if I have enough to pull this off. So again, for artbeats.com, just type in yellow and then find out if they have a color that you would like in a yellow. So they do have the yellow rondelle. You know, it's a Picasso glass that you can mix in. Also, if you wanted to bring the red, they do have a variety of red rondelles as well. So you could add in some more colors if you wanted to have like a red and a yellow. All right. I think I'm going to mix this one in just so we have some yellow. And I appreciate everyone's ideas. Thank you. This is why I like when we all kind of bead together on the fly. Everybody can offer up suggestions and, you know, we work together as a group to create a really pretty piece of jewelry, which makes the class fun, I think. So I'm going to try my best to get as much out of this yellow as I can. And kind of do it like this. Oh, see, that'll look really pretty. All right. So because I'm trying to drag these stones out, they are 8mm. I'm going to use 2 seed beads. That way I can get more length out of it until I figure out where I end up. I might not have enough beads, so I'm going to see how far I can stretch them. But these are like a really pretty sunflower yellow as well. So if you have any like check glass in a sunflower yellow, that would work. Yeah, I really like the yellow too. I agree with you, Cindy. Especially again for the spring or the summer. It's really nice to have some yellow too. And sorry I'm coughing, you guys. I'm trying not to cough as much as possible. It really does brighten it all up. I agree. It makes it look, really nice and colorful. And the nice thing about this pendant is you can incorporate whatever colors you want. You can add some or you can take some away. You can add more yellow or more orange and less green. There's a lot of options with the pendant. There we go. Yeah, and somebody brought up calcite. Oh, I'm so glad, Lori. This might be a calcite. Yeah, I love these colors together too. They're so fun. I think I'm taking this off of a stretch bracelet. Whatever works. There we go. Oh yeah, that definitely looks a lot better when you add the yellow in there. I like that. And then if you use the seed beads, it also kind of brings the same color around every strand of the necklace, so they're all tied in and they match. So Oh, thanks, Julie. Thank you, Dominique. I appreciate it. So I'm almost done with this strand. And then we will start tying them all together with the connector rings. And then we'll be almost finished. Yay. Okay, so I would say this project probably is going to take about an hour from start to finish. I don't know if you guys have ever used Flonase. They have me on Flonase right now to try to beat this flu. And I hate